Get ready to drop the puck, kick off, throw the first pitch, and take it to the hoop. This is Deuce's 2 cents, the only sports podcast where the opinions are hotter than a slap shot, the takes are spicier than a curveball, and the sarcasm is as sharp as a hockey skate. Your host, Deuce, the sports fanatic with a mouth faster than a breakaway, is here to break down everything from the NFL to the NHL, from the hardwood to the diamond, and from the virtual gridiron to your fantasy league. He's got completely unbiased, totally humble, and definitely not controversial opinions on everything sports. We'll cover everything from buzzer beaters to Hail Marys, so buckle up because it's going to be a wild ride. Whether you're a diehard fan, a casual observer, or a fantasy sports guru, we've got you covered. We'll discuss the latest news, rumors, trades, and controversies, and we'll even throw in some betting tips for those feeling lucky. Remember, these are just Deuce's 2 cents, so feel free to disagree, but you'll probably be wrong. So grab your favorite jersey, crack open a cold one, and tune in to Deuce's 2 cents. It's the only sports podcast that's guaranteed to make you laugh, think, and maybe even yell at your phone. Let's get this party started. This is Deuce's 2 cents, your weekly dose of sports, sarcasm, and everything in between. And here is your host, Deuce.
So, welcome to Deuce's 2 cents. How's everybody doing? I've been pretty busy lately, but and growth comes in many forms, right? So anyways, this is Deuce's games of the week that we're curious about this week. There's a lot of games, but honestly, I don't think a lot have fantasy implications and other implications to it. So I'm going to go with these three this week. I normally like to do 4, but we're going to go with these 3. And this is my fantasy board that I told you I was trying to put together. Right now, my total record is 26 and 28. Okay, I guess. I made some mistakes. I mean, like 2 weeks ago, I lost almost every game. Really sucked. Felt pretty, woo! But anyways, moving on. We're going to recover. So we're doing good. So let me talk about the first game. The Saints and the Falcons. A lot of curiosity there. I am a Raider fan. Like I said, I do have a Carr jersey. I do root for him. But I do know that he can be inconsistent at sometimes, I guess you could say. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens against that Falcons defense. They got 2 great safeties, some good corners. They got a lot going on that team, a lot of effort played. They play with heart. I believe the Saints do too, actually. So what we'll give in fantasy, there's all kinds of fantasy implications everywhere. And another odd note, is Taysom Hill that important? I mean, he missed last week. They really weren't the same. I mean, at one point they called 8 run plays to Kamara in a row, or at least a screen to him. You're gonna wear him down. It's a long year. Is Taysom Hill really that important? It's kind of one of my questions. But I actually think that the Saints will pull it out. That's what I think. So I'm going to say the Saints are going to win that game. I really think that's what's going to happen. I am also curious to see if Robinson will play the whole game. If Tyler's going to come in and take over at running back, how they're going to split that. I heard something about a separated shoulder earlier in the week. I am very curious about that. I'm also curious about the Saints defense, how they're going to react. I mean, they played well against Seattle, but that big 65-yard run was huge. Blocked very well by Philly, honestly, but still, yeah. So I'm going to take the Saints in this one. I think they're going to win. I guess it is what it is. All right, so then, Bill's saying hi to everybody. Hello, Mr. Bill. I did like that. So good to see you, Bill. Glad you're with us. Moving on, the Falcons the Vikings and Packer game. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, there's Love coming back. Can Jacobs keep it up? They got some other backs that look pretty good. They're throwing screens to a lot. Which wide receiver? The Packers got that saying they don't have a number 1. They're all very talented. I'm very curious to see what happens for my cousin Cindy. I hope your Packers win. I'm actually going to take the Packers, but I do think that Aaron Jones will try to have a big game. Obviously, coming back to Green Bay, he's talking about wanting to jump into the stands. But watch out for Chandler. Chandler, when they maybe need some extra yards, they might sneak him in on a run here and there. He's a talented man. The receivers are huge. Well, Addison coming back helped them. But my curiosity is which defense is going to stop the other. And I kind of have faith in the Packers on this one. I think, Vikings having a big year, but I really believe, I think the Packers are going to get this at home. I think they have a lot of momentum for it. And I think they'll affect the Vikings offensive line enough and disturb them enough to where Darnold gets a little uncomfortable and he doesn't have the same results. So I'm going to go with the Packers. Now the other one, the Bills and the Ravens. I mean, both of them. The Bills that came out the other night. I mean, whoo, they looked amazing, right? Just score. Allen's having a great year. I have a lot of faith in the beginning of the year. I actually picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl. But on this night, I think that Lamar Jackson, Mr. Harbaugh, Henry, the defense will step up. I actually think the Ravens are going to win. I don't think the Ravens are going to win a division. I've said that earlier, but I also don't think it's good for the league to have the Ravens at 1-3. I think they need to win. I think they will win. And even if Buffalo does lose, and what are they, 3-1? I mean, that really doesn't stop their momentum in any way. Maybe they learn some lessons. So I'm going to take the Ravens. I think it just makes more sense to me. It just seems like, it all lines up there. So I would just like to tell everybody, I hope they're all having a good week. And hold up. So I want to introduce you to my personal little Raiderette, my daughter Blair. We want to find Blair, come on in here and say hello. Say hi.
Hi.
This is Blair. And we want to know if the Raiders are going to win. So we're going to have her go shake that 8-ball. And you're going to tell me if the Raiders are going to win or not. Because I was wrong.
Going to win. Yes.
Then put that helmet right up there. We got a yes. We got a yes, and we're going to recover. And we're going to get on that offensive line of Cleveland's and create a little bit of havoc. A friend of mine at work earlier in the week, he's a huge Browns fan. Quote, he said to me, we both would be talking a lot of shit if our teams were good. I feel that, bro. We both have a lot of talent, amazing staffs. Let's hope for a great game. I guess she's dancing it out. Anyways, everybody have a great day. Enjoy your football tomorrow. Have a blast. Take care of your families. Deuces.
That's it for this episode of Deuce's 2 cents. We hope you enjoyed the ride. Remember, these are just Deuce's opinions, so feel free to agree, disagree, or just shake your head in disbelief. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, keep your head in the game, your eyes on the prize, and your sarcasm levels high. Deuce is out. Deuce's 2 cents. We'll catch you next week for another round of sports, sarcasm, and everything in between. Deuces.